Well, happy new year to all you wisdom walkers out there, want to be wisdom walkers, were wisdom walkers, and maybe you're coming back to it. Yes. Tell you how crazy I am. I scheduled the live stream and forgot to look at the time of day. So I put in 11:30 p.m. when I meant a.m. my time. So I'm waiting and not getting this notice. It usually does a countdown. And finally, I look and I said, "Oh my God, it's for PM." So then I had to, of course, quickly go in, add on another 15 minutes. Everything's in divine timing now, you know. That's the thing. If we've learned nothing else over these last 2 years, we need to really get that everything is about divine timing. Yes, yes, yes. So, oh, I got a comment already. I'm jumping to comment. Oh, let me get rid of my little banner here. Where's my banner? Hide that banner. Get into my comments. There's Miss Carmen Ray. Well, let me show it. Yeah. Show Carmen. Show Carmen. She's laughing too. She's saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Carmen, and everyone out there. So wow, wow, folks. Wow, folks. We made it. We made it. We made it to 2022. And before I give you some of the astrological aspects from Saturday until this coming Friday, or no, I think this coming Saturday too. So it's Saturday to Saturday. I wanted to just share with you this information from Narayana Montufar. She's one of the astrologers on astrology.com. And she did her overview of the month of January, but also for the year. And oh, there's Anika. Hey, Nika. And in this comment, oh wait, we got somebody else. Got somebody else. Michael, you made it. Love you. So back to Narayana Montufar. She says, I thought this was so cool. She says, this year's rare astrological alignments hold a lot of promise. And she considers this to be, one of the most anticipated astrological years. Yeah, like they've been waiting for this because of this beautiful energy. She says, but before we get there, the cosmos will ask us to perform a couple of difficult acrobatic moves. Jupiter is now in Pisces, increasing the spiritual vibration all around us. Yes. Slowly but surely, our optimism and our sense of cosmic protection begin to come back. Yay! But there's still work to be done to get fully immersed in the healing waters of this transit before feeling all this abundance and bliss. We will have to take a deep journey within. Yes, yes, yes. So she talks about how we've got these retrogrades going on. We've had Venus being retrograde in Capricorn, and we're getting ready to have our Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. And she said, too, this was interesting. She said, in the second part of the month, so after the 14th, going into the 15th, this is when the universe is going to get us out of our comfort zone a little bit. But I want you to understand that as you got some healing that's coming up for you. Yes, 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 yes. Like Nika's saying, yeah, that optimism is coming back. Hold on to that because we're going to have to, right, get rid of what else may be blocking us around our optimism, around our ability to believe, like, especially for those of us that are still alive after Omicron and Delta Crom and COVID-19, right? If we're still here, it's for a reason, okay? Something that we need to do. So we want to open up to that. And so we're still being supported in cleaning out, cleaning out. And she says this tough love is coming from the fact that our, what they call the personal planets are moving and doing a dance with Pluto. And the personal planets, of course, are Mars, Mercury, and Venus. That's why you hear me talk about those aspects a lot. because those what astrologers kind of are going to be focusing on. So anyway, she says, this tough love, it's happening in Capricorn and Aquarius, the two Saturn ruled signs. Our approach to success, career, leadership, and material possessions is bound to transform deeply around this time. Isn't that wonderful? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my God. And in my Wisdom Walk talk on Sunday, and I will be getting the videos out on that before the end of the month, I'll be talking about the new narrative, what it means when we're being asked by the universe to step into and to write a new narrative about who we are, what we are. So, anyway, but I finally figured out how to share my PowerPoints through this StreamYard very easily. So now I'm going to do this. It should work. It should work. Let's see. Ah, there it goes. Oh my God, it's so easy. Wonderful. So for this week, I'm going to start out. Let's go back to Saturday because on Saturday we had this lovely conjunction between the Sun and Venus as it's retrograde in Capricorn. And, when you conjunct with the Sun, that planet then is considered to be in the heart of the Sun, as it says here. Isn't that cool? So it's like, boom, you're right in there. And in this heart of the Sun, Venus officially begins a new 18-month cycle. Now, Venus represents, right, your heart, the love energy, love relationships, but it's also about your money. Yeah, your valuing of yourself. So it does also get into material things and luxury. But think about that. We're just starting now on the 8th a new 18-month cycle of how we can grow, right? And heal in regards to how we are valuing ourselves, how we are treating ourselves, love or fear. Yeah. So this is really, really important for us to consciously be aware of so that we can set some intentions and make some decisions to say, you know what, this over the next year and a half, I am going to really value myself. I'm going to learn how to do that in a bigger way. And I'm going to be looking for the results. Yeah. And of course, I want to receive everything that the universe has for me so that by the middle of 2023, I can be like, "Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I've done good work." Now, as it says here, the Sun conjunct Venus is a rebirth of the heart. Our heart chakra realigns with the solar plexus. Yeah, and the solar plexus is kind of where we think about divine will. Yeah. Well, it's the area for manifestation. It really is. So when our values realign with who we are, who we truly are, when we have that connection, right? So take your time to tap into this powerful renewal energy of this powerful conjunction to get crystal clear about who you really are and what it is that you really truly want. Yeah. And you have to go in, folks, to get connected to that. So make sure that you are creating some alone time, some time when you can just be with yourself, nobody else around, no internet, no Apple TV, no Apple Watch, but really get to yourself. You can get out in nature. Oh my God, so important. Go sit under a tree and really ask yourself, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing right now? Where am I supposed to be going right now? Let yourself talk with yourself because you were born full and everything is really inside of you. It is really there. Oh my God, I could talk about this forever. But anyway, so that was on the 8th. That was Saturday. And remember, these planetary alignments bring an energetic. So an energetic doesn't disappear right away. It kind of moves around. It's still around. So even though this was on Saturday, you can still tap into this energy. It's there for you. Really, really important. Yeah, I can't stress that enough. So if you're doing your annual commitments for, the year, you want to make sure that this is a part of it. And annual commitments to me about how do you want to feel about yourself? How do you want to feel it? Anyway, on and on. So now we go to yesterday, which was Monday. I can't believe yesterday was just Monday. It seems like so much is going on. So on the 10th, we had this is a flow energy, the sun in Capricorn again, sextiling Neptune in Pisces. And as it says here, this transit heightens your sensitivity, intuition, imagination, and creativity. Yes, this is an excellent time to visualize or dream up your ideal future. Make new goals now to turn your dreams into reality. You can enjoy a greater feeling of connectedness with other people and the entire universe. Isn't that sweet? Just like that's just a sweet, sweet, sweetness that's going on there. Yes. And oh, I got a nice one from Michael. Let me show you this. He says, loving the alignment I've been enjoying the past few days. I went for a walk yesterday and the sun's energy felt so good. Yes, yes. It's so important, folks. I can't stress this enough. We need to get ourselves out into nature. And I don't care, even if it's in the snow, at some point the sun's going to come out. I lived in Wisconsin, and you can just walk outside, breathe, and connect because we were given this energy, this beautiful energy with Neptune in Pisces, and it's moving forward. Neptune's moving forward right now, and so it's really sweet, and it's a good energy for not just focusing on the material, but on the supernal. Here's what I mean by that: material things are everything that's based in our 3D reality. So, of course, it's food, clothing, shelter, right? The supernal is the things that are in our higher level of consciousness, including our emotions and our feelings. So you want to always include, how am I feeling? How do I want to feel with my ideal future? You know, and just to give you a quick example, there's this beautiful place here in SoCal and Pasadena, or might be called San Marino, but it's called Huntington Gardens and museum, and it's an incredible place. It's really beautiful. And so anyway, it used to be the winter retreat of these very wealthy people during what we call the Gilded Age, back at around the turn of the last century. So you should see this place. I mean, it is like a palace because the Americans were imitating the Europeans, so they were creating these little palaces and stuff all over the place, and beautiful stone and marble. I mean, the place is expansive. Now it's a museum, but they probably only had that residence for maybe 10, 15 years because they end up donating it to become a museum. So think about that. They get this all this wealth, all of this material stuff and whatnot, and they have to let it go because clearly it wasn't bringing them all the joy and happiness that they thought, because they didn't include that when they were trying to figure out how to never have to work again. So just want to drive that point home. It's so important. Yes, do your material manifestation, but do the supernal as well. Go up into that higher level of how you want to feel, how you want to interact with people, who are the people that you want to have around you, what kind of relationships do you want to be experiencing? Please include all of that because that is key. That is crucial. Those are the things that we will hold on to. We don't hold on to our mansion. We will definitely hold on to those feelings. Absolutely. Okay, so now today, January the 11th, here's what we got going on. And this is how the universe works. It give you something good, give you something good, and it's going to give you a little challenge. And that's what today is. Today we get a square. This is Mars still in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in Pisces. And as it says here, this transit brings low energy and may induce negative thoughts and behaviors. It is normal to feel weak and discouraged under this confusing influence. Transform this negative, confusing energy by spending time on creative projects that need inspiration and imagination, not sustained physical effort. So, I love that. But just to be conscious, because again, this is how the universe works, right? It's always going to try to balance things out. You got your light energy and you got your dark matter. And again, it's designed, I believe, really so that we know the difference. Yeah. So if you're feeling a little heavy today, like this morning, I was feeling a little out of it, like a little down. And I was like, you know what? I need to live stream today. Because I was thought I might do it tomorrow or maybe I'll wait, now I was like, no, 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 no. I need to do that. And it really did help me focus, even though I couldn't get the time of day right, but it really helped me focus and just stay in the flow of the previous aspect that happened. So again, just remember the energy is tight, but that's okay. That's okay. Move through it, allow it to be a teacher to you so that you're like, you know what? I don't want to stay in this. I don't like this. I need to move forward and get back to, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah! Get back to the beautiful being in that sensitivity, intuition, imagination, creativity, all of that all of that. That's definitely what we want. Oh, got Juanita here. Sister saying, yes, it is. It's a little tight today. Yes, yes, yes. Juanita has a fabulous book that is coming out called The Inner Ground Railroad. And I probably said the title wrong, but I'm definitely going to interview her on Wisdom Walk Talk. You'll get to, if you don't know her already, get to meet her, hear about this incredible work where she is using her own personal storytelling around ancestral healing and also including some spiritual tools, including the Dagro medicine wheel. So just a wonderful thing. Oh, she said I got it right. Did I got it right? The Inner Ground Railroad. Yes. And she wrote it in collaboration with a friend of hers. And it's a very, very powerful book that is coming out. And it's going to be great. Absolutely. You're just going to love it. Can't talk about it enough because she's fabulous. So now to on Friday, I'm trying to say tomorrow, but right, it's going to be on Friday, is when we get Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. Now, take a deep breath in. It's going to be okay. It's from January 14th to February the 3rd. And interesting because February the 2nd begins the Chinese New Year, which is going to be the water tiger year. And I'm going to talk about that more on my Wisdom Walk talk on Sunday. And again, it'll be in a video. So it's really interesting that it's almost a closeout of the Chinese New Year that it gets into this retrograde. Now, as it says here, Mercury retrograde is generally associated with communication and technology breakdowns, nervous anxiety, travel delays, and lost items. They also encourage you, like if you're scheduled for some surgery or you choosing when to do some surgery, wait until after February 3rd, if you can. If you can't, it's all good. But the thing about this is really that it's a time for us to really pause and think about what happened over the last 3 months. What happened? I mean, 4 months. What happened over the last 4 months? Because it's a quarterly thing, and not a quarterly thing. It's in threes, and you want to really let yourself take some time. And here's two basic questions: like, am I happy as a result of what happened over the last 3, 4 months? Did I accomplish what I intended to accomplish over the last 3 or 4 months? Just those two questions will help you really go through and say, okay, I need to shift this up. I need to change that up. I need to stop doing that. I need to begin doing this. And that's what you want to use this time for. It's almost a time to really reset your intentions and your focus. And it's so beautiful that it's happening at this time of the year, coming up at this time of the year. Now, she says here, because, and this is from Astrobutterfly, that the retrograde is conjunct Saturn and square Uranus. Okay, so that's the other aspects that are around this. This is a riskier time for communications, travel, and business dealings. So, what does that mean? That means this, okay? just like me today. Like, I got the time of day wrong, right? So for a minute, I panicked because I'm like, oh my God, people are not going to be paying attention and they're going to think I'm doing it at midnight. And then I just let that fear go and I said, "Stop it. What's important is that you do it. So just reschedule, give it a 15 minutes, it'll be fine." And that's the energy you want to bring into this time period. If things get held up, if things get put out of place, if your internet goes out, uh, whatever the mishap, your car doesn't start, whatever, understand that is really the universe letting you know, I got this. I'm in charge, you know? And it's a time for us to be humbled so that we stop thinking we are supposed to have it all figured out and we're supposed to know everything and how the universe works. And, like, no, 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 no. So I consider Mercury retrogrades a really highly spiritual time when you're going to be dealing with divine intervention. And our job is to allow it, to not go into the judgment or stay in the judgment and fear that can happen, because everybody like being in control. I love being in control. But you know what? Sometimes that's not real. It's never really real. But tell you the truth, it's never really real. We're never really in control. But we do get an opportunity to participate in making choices. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my God. Lori says, yeah, we knew what you meant. Yes, sister, you know it. You know it. So, it's this really interesting thing to stay aware of. Don't beat yourself up, is really what I'm saying. Don't beat yourself up. It's going to be okay. Going to be okay. Yeah. Yeah. And again, we learn from this time. But again, take advantage of it to really, review and refocus what it is you want to accomplish between now, which would be February, into April and May. Yeah. So way cool. Now, I wanted to just share this again and just raise your awareness about the fact that the energetic of Pluto in Capricorn is happening. And on the 15th into the 16th, and later on, I'll do another live stream next week. We're going to be getting all the personal planets, in some kind of alignment with Pluto and Capricorn. So yeah, yeah, there's gonna be some stuff like like I read to you in the beginning, as you said, we've got to go in and do some more cleaning out before we can get to the promise of Jupiter being in Pisces for a good long spell this year. So, just a reminder that this transit of Pluto in Capricorn holds our unconscious biases and behaviors up for review, encouraging us to evaluate deeply imprinted subconscious material. Yes, yes. So, this is the stuff that you wouldn't even know about unless you get into a situation or something happens to bring it into your consciousness. And you want that because if you're still holding on to core wound beliefs about there's something wrong with me, I never will, I can't, I shouldn't, you're not going to be able to take advantage of the beautiful Jupiter and Pisces promises that are coming. Okay. So we need this Pluto in Capricorn. Like it says, like she goes on to say here, and this is from Nissa Grazda. She says, our engagement as consumers, right? We know we're consumer culture, we're hooked into the matrix. The efficacy of adages like the grind or hard work hard, play hard, and most notably, the myth of meritocracy are finally being questioned. So all of this was this kind of status quo stuff, right? From, the last century. And we're really starting to question that. So as we break from business as usual, we have begun more considerate dialogues about how to uplift the welfare of the people. And this is important. We need this in our culture right now. We need to break out of these old archaic beliefs about who we are, what we're supposed to do. And again, in November, like another 4 million people left their jobs saying, you know what, life is short. COVID has taught me that I could be taken out like that. So I want to use my time to really do what it is that I am being called to do, I'm dreaming of doing, what really brings me joy. And that's a beautiful thing. So again, just so you know, we got that energy going on and let's make the best use of it. And then I just wanted to honor my teacher who died on December 9th. And I'd share again this quote from him that healing comes when the individual remembers his or her identity, the purpose chosen in the world of ancestral wisdom, and reconnects with the world of spirit. Ashe, ashe. Okay. Well, that's what I have for you right now. There are some fun aspects coming up, starting with the 16th, 17th, 18th, in a row. Then we get a little break, and then from the 23rd into the end of the year. And so I'll have that for you next week. But in the meantime, please continue to take great care of yourself. I can't stress that enough. We are still going through a very challenging time in regards to the plague, and new ways in which Delta and Omicron have gotten together. Two cousins came together and said, "Yeah, let's wreak some havoc." Um, and so this stuff is real. So before you do something, ask yourself, is my health going to be put in jeopardy? Is it worth it to my health? And take advantage of the services that are out there, that you don't have to do it yourself. You can get help, you know. So anyway, just a thought to really continue to stay safe, be well, and have a wonderful time moving through the square and doing your good work during the Mercury retrograde. Yes, yes, yes. And of course, thank you so much for listening in and watching. And I will be back again talking with you next week. Have a good, beautiful rest of your day. Bye bye now.